Y'all, welcome into the channel. How are y'all doing this Saturday morning, afternoon, whatever it is when you're watching this? So listen, I've told y'all about this before, but apparently they are pushing forward with it again. So I want to remind you, and for those of you who don't know, Walmart along with Target and other stores. So I just put Walmart in the title, but it's all stores basically in certain states. So not every state yet, but it is coming. And why they're making such a big deal, I don't know, because they are polluting the environment regardless anyway. So they're making these changes, and these changes are, of course, going to cost the customer in the end, because they're not going to foot that change. They have to make this change, especially with the law possibly being passed for them to make this change. And we gonna foot the bill, just like we're gonna foot the bill when all the products start going up due to everything going on with the war. So what's happening right now is a strict new ban is in the works for plastic bags again, under a 3.64 billion environmental bond, impacting all the Walmart stores in one U.S. state. But mind you, this will be other states as well. So they say that local officials are cracking down on single-use plastic bags. Shoppers may see a 10-cent fee imposed for paper bags at stores statewide. So, check your receipts, I guess. With roughly 5 trillion plastic bags used worldwide each year, and U.S. being a major contributor to plastic waste, many U.S. states are working to impose stricter regulations on single-use plastic. So another thing they want to control. For example, officials in South Carolina, Illinois, California, and Washington are all considering bag legislation, whether it will roll out stricter rules, impose a plastic ban, or increase fees for paper bags. Now, I know when I went to a Myrtle Beach Walmart a year or so ago, it might have been a year ago, when I went down there and I went to a Walmart there, I went to Walmart in Charleston, they had paper bags. And there is a fee for those paper bags. So lawmakers in Massachusetts are also looking to cut back on plastic waste in a bid to protect the local communities. Mind you, these same states are allowing data centers to buy up land, build, create all kind of toxic environments. But anyway, neither here nor there, right? So if passed into law, the legislation would prohibit single-use carry-out plastic bags at retail stores like Walmart, Target, would be able to bring their own reusable bags. Shoppers, you could bring your own bag if you want to. You don't want to pay. I don't blame you. Just like you do at Aldi. 5 cents from the fee will go to the state plastics environmental protection fund, while the retailer would keep the other half. Okay. Anyway, small stores with a single location and 10 or fewer employees would not be required to charge bag fees. But guess what? They're probably going to do it. Anytime they can get more money, squeeze more money out of you, they're going to do it. The bill supports the environment with reasonable limits on wasteful single-use plastic products. Massachusetts residents reportedly use over 2 billion plastic bags every year. Let's see. What other news do we have for you? What is this? Every Aldi store in U.S. state forced to follow new $15 policy. What is this about? I have no idea, y'all. So let's find out together. Let's see. Every single Aldi location in the U.S. state will be legally forced to adhere to a new $15 rule imposed by lawmakers. The policy means that the German-based grocer and all other entry-level employers in the state will have to pay their workers a minimum wage of $15 an hour. Y'all, food prices going to be going up at the Aldi, honey. They're going to be going up. because we're going to pay. We're going to pay. We're going to pay. As the high cost of living continues to burden the wallets of our country workforce, lawmakers nationwide are taking strides to pass legislation to raise their state's minimum wage. Over in Virginia, they approved a law on Thursday to raise the state's minimum hourly pay to $15 an hour. The new legislation will slowly boost Virginia's pay floor from the current rate of $12.77 per hour that took effect on January 1st of this year. Entry-level workers at local businesses and national companies like Aldi, Target, Walmart will see the minimum hourly wage jump to $13.75 at the start of 2027. They say you should be able to keep up with your rent or your mortgage, fill your medications, save for your kids' futures. You still ain't gonna be able to do all that on $13. I'm sorry, you're just not gonna be able to do it, because these companies that are forced to increase the wage, which wages do need to be increased, those same companies turn right back around and charge more for the products that we're getting out of their stores. So while you're making more, you still not making more, because you paying more in food, healthcare, and everything else. So yeah, they doing the most. They really are doing the most. Let's see. I don't know what this is. Something about a ban in grocery. I'm just trying to see what's all out here going on that I've been missing in the news, because other things more important have been taking place. Let's see. U.S. states look to ban grocery store practice, and fines may reach up to $20,000. Let's see. They're considering passing legislation again to prevent personalized pricing algorithms. Retailers may face hefty fines worth up to $20,000. Yeah, they're going to do that digital. Let's see. As the number of retailers experiment with these hidden pricing tactics, lawmakers nationwide are working to protect shoppers. I don't believe it. By passing laws that ban price changes based on data such as browsing or shopping history. Over in New Jersey, officials are considering 2 bills that will prevent businesses from using personal data to charge consumers different prices for the same item. The first bill would make it illegal under the state's Consumer Fraud Act for companies to use personalized algorithm, pricing, surveillance pricing, or any other pricing strategy that determines products prices based on customers' personal data. Yeah, they using our data. They're definitely using that. So there's that. It also specifically prohibits retailers from using electronic shelf labels to change prices in real time based on customer data. I don't believe that's going to pass, because most every major retailer, like large ones, are trying to get this electronic shelf labels. And with all the lobbyists that they have out there, these lawmakers are just putting things out here and saying, yeah, we're fighting against it to look like they're doing their job. They're not actually doing their job. They're actually agreeing to it. They'll have incentives that push them in the direction of allowing these electronic shelf labels. Mark me to my words, you will start seeing electronic shelf labels real soon, really, really soon. Let's see if there's anything else out here before we get off, because I want y'all to have a good day. Stricter checkout rules and bag fees. Okay, so I'm not going to do that one. I'm sure there's other things out there, but I'm going to let y'all go. Have a blessed day. Y'all take care, stay safe. And I have another video coming out, so turn your notifications on. And it's just going to be about things that you can start stocking up on now, because we all need to be doing a little bit more if we can. Okay. That's all based on your budget, of course. And I'm editing that video right now, so that'll come up later today, probably around 5 o'clock. So definitely look out for that. And don't forget that I will be doing this book right here. I will be doing things out of that book and sharing with you some of the things that are in there that can hopefully help you start your stockpile journey or increase your stockpile journey, or just offer information that maybe you did not know, because it's a lot of stuff in here I haven't even gone over. So I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in here that I don't know. So we can all learn together and each one teach one, as Alaska Prepper loves to say. And it is the absolute truth, because we're going to all need each other in the end. So any tips and ideas that y'all get or are using that works for you, feel free to share it. Now, it doesn't mean that that person or myself will use it, but you never know who it might be helping, because we live in different areas. The weather is different. Our homes are different. You know, storage space is different. So definitely, you know, all ideas are not bad ideas. They're your ideas. And if they work for you, they may work for someone else. So y'all, please hit that like button, share the video out. And if you are not subscribed to Tommy Bites TV, feel free to subscribe to the channel. It is free of charge, and definitely liking and hyping and commenting is also free of charge and helps us in the algorithm, since I couldn't get that word out earlier. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.